The Boys has turned the superhero genre upside down. The hit Prime Video series is based on the same-named comic book series by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson. It shows its heroes as evil supers who will do anything to get what they want. The Seven is the most powerful group of these superhumans, led by the Homelander, who is the worst of them all. The Boys, led by Carl Urbans as Billy Butcher, are a group of people who hate the way Homelander acts and hurts innocent people. They make it their life's goal to bring down Homelander and try every way they can to do so. Most of the show's characters and stories come from the comics, but the showrunners felt they had to make a few important changes. Let's look at some of these changes and how they've changed the original story. Number 5. Black Noir. We haven't gotten a whole lot of information regarding Noir's background from the show thus yet. In the comics, he was a clone of Homelander, which gave him the same amount of power as his predecessor. Not only does he possess all of Homelander's abilities and appearance, but he also has a dark side and is in some inexplicable way much more violent than the one from whom he was cloned. Comic fans may have had fleeting illusions that he might be a Homelander clone in the series, but by the time Season 2 rolled around, it was abundantly evident that given the fact that he is black, he is most certainly not a clone. His character has been further explored during Season 3 via the use of flashbacks. Nonetheless, there is no indication that he is connected to Homelander in any manner. This is a very significant departure from the comics. In the comics, Noir was just as powerful as, if not stronger than, the leader of the Seven, but in the series, there is nobody who can compare to Noir's power level thus far. Number 4. Victoria Numa. In the comics, Victoria Neuman sometimes takes on the character of Victor Newman. This is one of the rare instances in which the genders are reversed. He is a high-ranking political figure who serves as an inside man for Vought, and he is also known by the nickname Vic the Veep. This is not a huge departure from the situation with Victoria, who is also a politician and is seen to be collaborating with Stan Edgar, the CEO of Vought. However, not only is Victoria seen to be a woman on screen, but it is also shown that she is a soup, commonly known popularly as the head popper. This makes for a significant distinction, and it certainly adds a dynamic that's intriguing. Number 3. Flight 37. The events that up to the infamous aircraft disaster, in which Homelander and a reluctant Queen Maeve deserted all of the passengers just before the jet fell into the water, had quite different beginnings. The terrorist attacks on September 11th were depicted in this interpretation of the event. The superheroes were able to stop one of the attacking aircraft, but instead of bringing it down, they diverted it to the Brooklyn Bridge, which resulted in yet another disaster. This retelling of the tale helps more to emphasize how irresponsible the Seven were, while the film portrays Homelander as not being much of a hero at all. In addition, the original plot wouldn't have really worked with the time frame of the series, which is situated closer to the current day than it was originally intended to be. Number 2. The Deep. Although Chase Crawford's performance as the Deep is mesmerizing, if the show had followed the comics more closely, we would have had very little opportunity to view his face. This is due to the fact that the first iteration of the character was cursed, and as a result, they were forced to constantly wear a helmet. He did not play a significant role in the plot at all, and his presence had a negligible impact on the novel as a whole. He was a very minor character. In point of fact, the Deep's sexual assault on Starlight was possibly the most important plotline to take place in the series. Yet, in the comics, this event was shown as being far more terrible, but the Deep had no part in it at all. A train, Homelander, and Black Noir are responsible for the attack that was perpetrated. In the comics, the Deep had a more serious and businesslike demeanor, and he was one of the 7 members with the least menacing reputation. Number 1. Mother's Milk. The television show makes a great issue out of the fact that Ryan is the only natural-born superhero. Yet in the comics, this isn't the case at all, because his mother worked at a plant that produced Compound V. Laz Alonso's mother's milk was tainted with the chemical, and he was born with superpowers. He does not possess a large number of abilities, which may be one of the reasons why he is not really seen as much of a superhero, but he does have superhuman strength. Unfortunately for him, the pollution also contributed to the formation of his name. In order for him to maintain his life, he must take frequent breastfeeds from his mother, although there is currently no indication that this would be included into the universe shown on film in The Boys. And although it would most certainly be an odd addition, who knows what may occur. Thanks for watching this video. We are going to create more video like this, and please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. We will be back with more videos.